Friends, you never know who you'll touch in life. You never know how or when you'll have an impact or how important your example can be to someone else. My faith helps me understand that circumstances don't dictate my happiness or my inner peace. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. You have to be who you are in this world, no matter what. At the end of the day, my friends, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about what you've done with those accomplishments. It's about who have you lifted up, who have you made better. It's about what you've given back to those people. I think personally a role model is a mentor, someone who you see on a daily basis and you learn from them. My faith taught me how to forgive. Faith taught me when people present themselves in a certain way, there's probably some backstory or issue or reason for the way that they are acting. It's not you, my friends. It's them. And a lot of times, it's about something that's completely out of their control. Put God first. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life, and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. And understand, to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. It's not how much you have in life. It's about what you do with what you have. That's where the success is in helping others. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you, sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. My advice is this, and it's simple. Don't just aspire to make a living. Friends, aspire to make a difference. And may God bless each and every one of you, and take good care. Bye-bye now.
Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an author, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show. You can see a video version of this if you go to YouTube under channel Take Your Life Back Today show. Folks, God doesn't require a job interview. He doesn't hire and fire like most bosses, because he's more our dad than our boss. He doesn't look at financial gain or loss. He's not justice or partial, not judging, not deaf or to our cry, not blind to our needs. As much as we try, God's gifts are free. We could do wonderful things for wonderful people and still be wonderful. Satan says, you're not worthy. Jesus says, so what? I am. Satan looks back and sees our mistakes. God looks back and sees the cross. He doesn't calculate what you did in 2019 and before. It's not even on record. Sure, there are lots of reasons why God shouldn't have called us. But if we are magically in love with him, if we hunger for him more than our next breath, he'll use us in spite of who we are, where we've been, or what we look like. Pray that as Christians, we will step out of our limitations into the nature of who God is. Then our passion for God and our passion to communicate with him will make mincemeat of our limitations. So the next time you feel like God can't use you, just remember, and remember this: Noah was a drunk. God used him. Abraham was too old. God used him. Isaac was a daydreamer, and God used him. Jacob was a liar, and God used him. Leah was ugly. Joseph was abused. God used him. Moses had a stuttering problem, and God used him. Gideon was afraid, and God used him. Samson had long hair and was a womanizer, and God used him. Rahab was a prostitute. Jeremiah and Timothy were too young, and God used them all. David had an affair, and he was a murderer, and God used him. Elijah was suicidal, and God used him. And Isaiah preached naked, and God used him. Jonah ran from God, and God used him. Naomi was a widow. Job went bankrupt, and John the Baptist ate bugs. Peter denied Christ, and God uses us all of them. Disciples fell asleep while praying, and God used them. Martha worried about everything and anything. The Samaritan woman was divorced more than once. Zacchaeus was too small. Paul was too religious. Timothy had an ulcer, and so on and so on and so on, and God used him. Lazarus was dead. No more excuses right now, because God can use you. God can use you to fill your potential. Besides, you aren't the message. You are just the messenger. So God can use you. Reach out to him right now. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together, you and I, we can help each other. Take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and always be good to each other. And remember, a simple smile to anyone will change that person's day, their life, and can make a difference in your life. And if you reach out to God for guidance and direction, God can use you no matter what your past is. God can use you, but you need to reach out to him right now. God is in the process of turning the lights on. Reach out to God this early morning, because God can use you anytime. Doesn't matter where you came from. God can use you. God loves you. Bye-bye.